Hi, my name's Michael White. I'm the creator of AusIdentities. Now, AusIdentities is a system of personality profiling. Basically, we've taken a very ancient system and brought it up to date, imbued it with some beautiful colours and some animals there. And the whole idea about it is that what we're looking at is personality traits or characteristics of people and linking them to the characteristics of some well-known Australian animals. In our particular case, we've chosen the dolphin, the eagle, the kangaroo and the wombat. Now, when I say we've taken a very ancient model and just modernised it, what we're working with here is what's commonly known as the Four Temperaments. The Four Temperaments, if you can trace them back historically, you get all the way back like 2,500 years ago to a guy called Hippocrates, who was using temperament system to try and understand his patients, the people around him, a lot better. Back then, the ancient Greeks believed that personality was dictated by an abundance of a particular body fluid, and that would predetermine what sort of illnesses you were predisposed to, things like that. So powerful was the work carried out by Hippocrates at that point in time, is that 500 years later we see the Roman philosopher Galen also working with four personality types, modelled on the system that Hippocrates was using. So Hippocrates had four names for his, was calm, enthusiastic, sombre and cheerful. And then Galen gave them the very Latin names of sanguine, phlegmatics, cholerics and melancholics. Now those four systems, that system of four, hang around for many, many years after those two had shuffled off this mortal coil, if you like. You know, when we get to like the 1500s, for example, we've got a gentleman by the name of Paracelsus. He was a philosopher, he was a physician, studied at the University of Zurich, and yeah, he was also what we call an alchemist, the precursor to today's chemists. Now, as an alchemist, he was searching for the elixir for everlasting life, the philosopher's stone. When you understand the philosopher's stone or the principles behind it, there were four key elements, which were the elements that make up the world, make up nature: earth, fire, water and air. And those were the four types of people that Paracelsus used in his observation of humanity. And in fact, that was part of the inspiration for our animals. You know, you've got the air type, which is very much the intellectual type, which is our eagle. You've got the water type, which is emotions, so the emotional type, the soft type, the feely type, if you like. That's our dolphin. Then you've got the earth type, the sensible, the grounded, hard-working, loyal. You've got wombat. And for the fire types, we've got kangaroo. Basically, fire, spontaneous, leap before it look. Those are all characteristics associated with that particular type. So again, we have that continuation of the theme that goes down throughout the ages, all the way up to Paracelsus. And even beyond that, when we look at modern day psychology, we've got people like Carl Jung, the Kretschmer, the Kiersey, and Isabel Briggs Myers. They were all working with personality systems based around this four, although the Myers Briggs type indicator looks at 4 times 4, which gives us the 16 basic types. But if you look at the work of David Kiersey, for example, his suggestion is that what Isabel Briggs Myers did back then was to stumble across 4 variations of the 4 temperaments, which gave us the MBTI as we know it today. So, irrespective of where this material has come from, what we've attempted to do at AusIdentities is to modernise it, contemporize it, bring it into the arena where it becomes relevant to people. Not just the theoretical piece of knowledge, but how do you improve your lifestyle? How do you improve your relationships? How do you improve your health? Because we've just co-authored a book here, myself and a lady working with the Australian Bushflower Essences, Lynn Wiggins, and yeah, that's due for publication, should be available through our website if you want to have a look at that. There's also about education. Big things we're doing in education at the moment. We've done programs for about 5,000-6,000 kids and maybe 2,000 teachers. All very, very interested in what we've got to say around learning styles and teaching styles. You know, and it's also around behaviour management. We're working on the premise that if people get their basic needs met, they'll drop the inappropriate behaviour that we're seeing today among our young people. So basically, we're asking the question, what are their needs? Not so much why can they behave that way or why do they behave that way. It's about what needs are they trying to get met. And then we help them to meet those needs in a healthy way, which is oftentimes getting the teacher to adapt their teaching style to suit those kids. And so what we're finding is that improved performance and a decrease in inappropriate or disruptive behaviour. So we don't stop there. We've taken the program out into the corporate world, team leaders. The 4 leadership styles, fundamental. You know, you don't all lead in the same way. There are those who will dictate to others what they need to be doing. There are those who will lead by example. And those who affiliative or cooperative leadership. You know, what do we want as a team? These are all key elements to the AusIdentities programs, a suite of which is catalogued on our website, www.ausidentities.com.au. Go and have a look. You'll find out heaps of articles, heaps of information about myself, about the team that I work with. Yeah, it's here. We've arrived. We've actually been around for a few years, but we've been one of the best kept secrets that I know of. But we've decided to tell the world about the work that we're doing because we're changing lives. What's more, we're going back and changing the lives of young people, as young as 7, 8 and 9. And we are giving them what I think is the greatest gift that you can give our children today, and that is permission to be themselves. I'm Michael White, this is AusIdentities. Thanks for joining us.